Hello, Nigeria. You all are so beautiful. Of course, I can't see you all, but you're Nigerian and you're in Nigeria. So, well, not everybody's Nigerian, but you're still beautiful because you're in Nigeria. My name is Bayo Fagbamila Jr., and I am a recent graduate of New York University. I got my master's in educational leadership, politics, and advocacy. And with that, I'm just very interested in just creating a pathways for our youth. Helping to just let them shine bright. A lot of there's a lot of trappings in our society through government and things, the way things are set up, and the way that there's just a lot of obstacles. So I just want to help to sweep the road for the kids, for our youth. But anyways, so today we're speaking about being a change agent in Nigeria during these evolving times, and we all understand that Nigeria is such a beautiful place, but we're all excited about it making the next step, because we're all very prideful about our country. We all love Nigeria dearly, and we want to see it prosper. But we're talking today of putting ourselves in position for the prosperity, to add to the prosperity, to contribute to it. And how are we going to do that? That's by being a change agent. So if the definition wasn't discussed, basically a change agent is one that invokes change and helps to create change, helps to push change. And that's everybody in the room right now. If you're in this room, you're a change agent. You care about it, and you want to help make change because you care about Nigeria and you want to see Nigeria prosper. So everybody in this room is a change agent. And even before you leave today, make sure that you connect with at least 3 people. At least 3 people. You have to connect with them, get their email, their phone number, exchange business cards, and understand that it's you as a community that will invoke the change that we need to see within Nigeria. The government's not going to do everything that we need them to do. We have to put ourselves as power players, put ourselves in positions to educate, to mobilize, and to execute a grander goal, a grander scheme to execute our social problems. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to put ourselves in position? I want to introduce, maybe introduce to some, it might be new to others, but I want to present the concept of social entrepreneurship. Social entrepreneurship is it's a way for it's being an entrepreneur, but it's a way to figure out a way to solve our social problems through business techniques, through nonprofit techniques, through entrepreneurship techniques. So it's basically using different ways of figuring out problems, different ways to create a profit, different ways to move as an entrepreneur, with a mindset that is not completely stagnant in one position, as like a business might be a stagnant entity. Nevertheless, social entrepreneurship is definitely a route that we can use to invoke this change that we need to see in Nigeria. So we understand, what are the major problems within Nigeria? Yes, infrastructure. We're all speaking about infrastructure, and we need to improve that. In that sense, personally, I feel that from my research, I'm not living in Nigeria, but I feel that the infrastructure, the government may be having a hold on that, and be working towards creating the solutions for the infrastructure problems. Nevertheless, we can speak about infrastructure being a major problem. Transportation is being is an opportunity to be fixed. We won't even call them problems. We'll call them an opportunity to be fixed, because we have to change our minds, because we're change agents. So we'll figure out just a couple of things today about social entrepreneurship. Let me give another definition of social entrepreneurship: the process of pursuing innovative solutions to social problems. So basically what that means is thinking outside the box and how to figure things out, how to make things better using different types of techniques. Because in all honesty, our new Nigeria, what we're evolving into, what we understand and really feel that Nigeria should be, it will not be unless we contribute to it. Unless we contribute to that growth of Nigeria, it's not going to be able to reach its full potential. And I understand that people are in tight positions, but we have to change our mindsets, and we have to do a couple of different things. We have to empower ourselves. I understand that empowering ourselves with our mindset will help to put us in a better position, to put you guys in a better position to be active players within the community. I feel that the most enriched communities that I've seen are when the community members are adding to the community, when the community members are helping to grow and foster the community. So I believe that social entrepreneurship is a very healthy mechanism that we can use to create change to these social problems. So, for example, there's this woman in Minnesota out here in the States. Her name is Jackie Berlund. And Miss Jackie is, I believe she's a co-founder of Finnegan's, founder or co-founder, one of them. But Finnegan's is a beer company. So, okay, she had a beer company. And so she opened this beer company called Finnegan's. Now, she's a social entrepreneur. So Jackie was thinking in the sense, okay, there's poverty. The people that are poor don't have access to food, to healthy food, and to food, period. In the Minnesota community that she was living within. And she noticed this. This was her problem that she noticed as a social entrepreneur. And I will say a side note, that's the thing about being a social entrepreneur. You need to identify a problem within your community. And I understand that since you're sitting in this room, you know that there are problems within this community because you understand that you are a change agent and that you're empowering yourself to fix the problems within the community. However, back to the story, Jackie is she was moving to she basically saw that the poor were not eating in her community in Minnesota. She started a beer company. With that money from the beer company, she mandated 100% of the proceeds from the beer sold go to feeding the homeless people in her community, the poverty-stricken people. Why do I say this? I say this because when you see an opportunity or when you see a problem, it's an opportunity to make it better. It's an opportunity to fix things, and that's the idea of being a change agent, putting yourself in a position to invoke change. I want to reiterate, like I said earlier, everyone in the room right now is a change agent. You need to utilize each other and make sure that you connect, and be in a position that you continue to meet, speak about the issues, write things down, but make yourself a player. Nigeria, we need to make ourselves players in this game. Because if you're not a player and you're not in the game, you're sitting on the bench and you're watching things happen to you. Change agents do not do that. Change agents are in the game. So understand, when you're in the game, you're empowered to create change. Let's move Nigeria forward. We all love it so much, but we can't just let things happen to Nigeria. We have to make Nigeria move in a progressive way. It won't happen on its own. And it's never going to be how we wish it really should be unless we add to it, unless we contribute to it. I just want to conclude with um, understanding that we need to change our mindsets to make sure that any change happens. Any change that we want to have happen, right now we need to change our mindsets because we're in a specific frequency. We're thinking a certain way that's not allowing us to break the barriers that we need to communicate. So when you understand that everyone in the room has a common thread, and that's that they want to see change. So in order to create to make the change more efficient, to see change a little bit quicker, you need to connect. You need to link up with each other. Nigerians are hardworking, God-fearing individuals that have beautiful minds and hearts, and the world needs to understand and know this more. Because I'll be honest, I'll be transparent. As we all know, sometimes when we say Nigeria to the world, it may have a negative connotation. Sometimes. We need to make sure that our world perception is up to par. That the world understands Nigeria to be the leaders that we are. And the way that we do this is by unifying with each other and becoming change agents to solve the solutions, solve the problems, and create solutions within our communities. We can do it. We just have to band together and create opportunities. And I believe that if we are diligent in social entrepreneurship itself, and uplifting each other, Nigeria will be a better place. I've heard the rhetoric that, Nigeria wants to compete. Yes, we need to compete in the world market, but we need to collaborate with each other. Understand who has a common idea and link together to make Nigeria better. Let's evolve Nigeria. Once again, my name is Bayo Fagbamila Jr. Thank you for providing me this opportunity to speak with you all today and listening to me. Jonathan, thank you so much for having me and your hard work for so long. Jonathan, keep going. You're a primary change agent and you're an inspiration to me, and I know to other people as well. Thank you all. Reporting live from New York, the States. I love you.